I didn't know if you were going to be able to catch up with him.
I was worried about the two when I was playing it. And our mid lane was doing a good job of letting me know that someone's coming up by pinging on the map to draw attention to it. And that's something, if you're good at map awareness, it's really beneficial to your team.
You mean somebody was coming your way to try to gank you or to help out?
Correct. And those little pings on the map that you're seeing, they throw those out there to let me know, to give me a warning.
Okay, I noticed there's a... Okay, go ahead and explain what you're buying now.
I chose Ninja Tabi because it gives you armor, and it reduces basic attack damage by 10%, which is really huge against attack damage characters like Darius. And then I built the Brutalizer, 'cause it's kind of like the perfect item for me. It gives you cooldown, attack damage, and armor penetration.
Okay.
And I picked up 2 wards, another longsword for damage, and a little bit of health.
Okay. Now,
Right there, this told my team that top's gone, because there's no way I was going to defend it.
oh wow, yeah. Now I noticed there's different types of pings. There's like the blue one and then the red one.
Yeah, the blue ones to draw attention are to signal you want to attack, and the yellow one is for letting someone know that they're missing in the lane or that you want to retreat.
And there's a... Okay.
And right now, they're grouping up in mid, trying to take our mid tower, so I head down to help out mid.
3v2?
Yep, but Garen's tankier, so I wasn't too worried about dying.
Plus you had your jungler and your other guy coming in.
Correct.
Okay.
And then Warwick engaged on their AP carry. And we go in and we clean up.
Oh wow. And you immediately dive the tower.
Correct. By taking the towers, we apply a lot of pressure in lane and give them less places to hide behind safely.
What is Garen's crit or ultimate?
His ultimate, it's based on how much health they're missing and how much health they have. So if a guy, say he has like 3k health and he's missing half of it, he will do a lot of damage based on that missing amount of health.
Okay.
But if say someone had only 1500 max health, he would do less damage, even if they're missing the same percentage. You kind of understand what I'm saying there?
Yes, I do. I have played him a couple times, so it does sound familiar.
He used to be an early game champ, and he didn't really scale well in the late game. But they revamped him about a couple patches ago, which made him viable for late game. Though a lot of people still consider him not to have a late game, but he does. And here I'm buying a Phage, which will give me a little bit more health. Allow me to proc a slow, which will let me stay on target better. And I bought a chain vest, which will give me a pretty fair amount of armor to again negate more of Garen's or Darius' damage.
And here you're just rejoining the team fight.
But here they go for an engage on Vladimir, so I go in.
I guess it looks like most all of their team is in the middle lane.
Right.
Why wouldn't you have gone up to the top lane to push?
I mean, I could split push, but it'd be better to help with team fights.
Okay.
Because as a bruiser, I'm part of that front line to let our ranged damage dealers do damage without being worried about being attacked. And you'll notice in that fight I picked up a triple kill by spacing out my abilities, like knowing when to drop what. And here I'm just staying right in mid lane to keep Nocturne at this tower while Vladimir pushes. And then they get a little bit of reinforcement, so I back off.
I stand ready.
A summoner has disconnected.
And this is one of those unfortunate events in League where we lose somebody because they disconnect from the game.
Don't they have a set amount of time to come back in the game now and rejoin?
No, they can rejoin any point in time in the game.
Okay.
But we lost our Ashe, which is our AD carry, which is our biggest damage dealer.
She's the ranged girl with the bow and arrow, right?
Correct.
Okay.
And I upgraded my brutalizer and the black cleaver, which is probably the best item for Garen at this moment.
So how has your strategy changed now that you've lost Ashe?
Just try and play defensive and wait for opportunities, because now we can't really hard engage anybody since we're behind or down a person. It's not really good to fight a 4v5. So I was working on farming and keeping the lanes off our towers.
And I see you going for these monsters. Is that not the jungler's job, or are you just doing it for extra buff?
No, that is the jungler's farm, but once you get past the laning phase, which is when the towers are starting to fall, they're no longer considered the jungler's monsters. So you can kind of take whatever you need.
Okay.
At your service.
And now we're going down here to try and catch someone off guard. We were going for Sion, but Darius overextended, so now we're going for him. And it looks like Veigar and Draven are overextending. And at this point in the game, I'm kind of fed, which allows me to play more aggressively.
When you say they're overextending, you mean they're pushing the lane too hard?
Yeah, they're pushing out without ward coverage. And just like that, he didn't have any kind of coverage and any ward coverage to know that I'm there. So therefore, it allowed me to get the kill.
No, I would have freaked out at that point.
Here I go for the kill again. And this is one of those points where there's no way we can fight this with 2 damage dealers and a support against 3 of their bruisers. So we kind of let Warwick sacrifice himself and left him behind. And sometimes you got to do that in order to not give them 3 kills. And again, after that, let's go back to farming and pushing the lanes off our tower. Waiting for the next team fight. Or for the next person to overextend.
So at this point, they still haven't rejoined? Ashe still hasn't rejoined?
Yeah, we're still 4v5.
Okay.
And right here, I bought some more damage with the pickaxe and the level 3 boot, which is the clarity upgrade. It just makes me a little bit faster. And at 422 movement speed, I can catch almost anybody.
So right here, you just want to play defensively?
Correct.
You just want to post up on that top tower? Or the mid tower?
I do, but my team's pushing out, so I kind of got to go with them, just in case. And right here, Veigar left him. He's left by himself. He's not staying with his team, allowing me to kill him. I was going for Draven, but I was failing at clicking on him. So now I'm just trying to get the hell out. She's dead. There's nothing I can do about it. So I'm trying to, like, you know, bait him out. And then Draven comes in by himself, not knowing that the bush is warded, giving me a kill. And now I'm trying to get the hell out again, but then I see that Cyan's low, so I go for that kill. And I start chasing Knock. I knew he flashed just by that noise. It's pretty distinct. So I just went around rather than chasing him through the bush.
And then you just go for this guy again because you know you can get the kill.
Well, I thought I could, then he ignited me and I realized, or figured his ult's probably up. And Vigard's a really strong hitting ult, so I was left.
And Ignite is the second.
It's a summoner spell that scales off a level and does true damage, so it's not negated by any of your defenses.
Okay.
And it also reduces healing.
So, I know you said the other one was Flash, and if I'm not mistaken, that's not unlocked until level 12. So, if it's like a new player coming in, what would they want to replace that with for this role?
You're gonna want to run Ghost. You always want some kind of movement spell, which is gonna be Flash or Ghost.
And
Flash
Ghost just... Go ahead.
Flash is like that instant burst. It allows you to teleport over like short walls. And then there's Ghost, which has a lower cooldown, but instead of like teleporting, you just run at a higher speed for a pretty extended period of time. And you always want that at least one movement speed summoner spell.
Whether it be for chasing or running away.
Running away, exactly.
Okay.
And like here, I pushed my lane out. I took any kind of available jungle camps. And I was gonna head back, but apparently I see an opportunity.
What opportunity would that be?
My bad. I was placing wards because I needed another an open slot to buy an item, and I had wards. So rather than sell them, I just went and placed it.
Wards are something you actually buy.
Correct.
Okay.
And here, you know, it ended up being a good thing that I went back because it allowed me to help us win that team fight. I picked up 2 kills. There's nothing we can do for Vlad. He gets away. Nope. Draven and Darius, both their passives, they apply like a bleed, which is like a dot effect. And it's deceiving, because you think you might get away, but you actually end up dying just like that.
Mm-hmm.
And our Ashe, she's back in the fight now.
Oh, she rejoined?
Correct.
Now you guys probably want to go on the more offensive and start pushing a little bit harder?
We wanted to catch up in levels real quick, because she's down about 2 or 3. And even though it's only 2 or 3, it does make a difference.
Now, what were you typing there?
They were talking about me being fed, and I was giving props to our jungler for the early ganks, which gave me an advantage. And here I flashed over the wall, allowing me to secure the kill. Or for Ashe to secure the kill. I go for Vigard.
Vigard just looks like he gets shit on.
By allowing him to flash out of my ult. But Draven stayed around for whatever reason, and I made him pay for it. And then Vigard's going to defend the tower, which was a bad choice on his part, considered a little help. Here we are, we're pushing towers. And if you look on the minimap, Cyan's pushing our bot lane, but the inhibitor turret right here is far more important than the middle turret.
The inhibitor turret? Is that the one you just destroyed?
Just destroyed, because our goal was to destroy these, which it will spawn super minions each wave. which will push the lane naturally, applying pressure on them.
Now you're recalling right now. Why not keep pushing?
To go stop Scion, and they're all respawned, so it won't be a good fight for us. Here they try to kill me, but my teammates come and back me up, so I turn around and turn the fight back onto them. They camp at double. Then I wait for the stun to disappear, and then I turn on Vigar.
Poor Vigar.
And here I'm low, which would be perfect opportunity for Darius to kill me, so I back off the fight. Even though they're still chasing him, I make sure that I don't die.
At your service.
And at this point, the game is pretty much over. We get a 14 kill advantage, and if I believe so, I'm out farming them by quite a bit. And they surrender right here, 4 votes to 1.
Awesome. So when you surrender, it automatically blows up their base or whatnot?
Yep, the Nexus.
Okay, the Nexus. Alright, well, I guess that would wrap up our first Beginner's Guide to LoL video for the top lane. Thank you, Chad. Which lane or role are you going to show us next time?
It depends on which one I get a good video for. Likely the mid lane or jungle.
Alright, well, we'll be looking forward to that. Go ahead, you were saying something?
I was going to say, just because I tend to play those lanes more than any other one.
Well, I thank you for watching, and Chad, again, thank you.
Bro,
We will see you next time.
take care.